What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all?
Yo,
How y'all feeling this morning?
what the fuck?
Y'all good? Y'all here?
My shit
We
froze.
good?
Yo,
Give me a second, y'all.
Don't freeze me up. Don't wake me up.
Shit's gonna give me a problem.
yo.
Damn, why?
What's up, Book? What's up,
What's-
Book? We
What's
got
good,
ads
Book,
on our
Book, Book,
channel.
Book,
I didn't know we had ads on our
We got
channel.
ads? I don't
What's
even know
up?
that.
What's up with the boo?
I ain't never even snore that. Did you snore that?
There you go.
Yo, you need do.
And
Let's get it.
TK, we
All
trust,
right.
baby. Let's go.
We live. We live. We live on Kick,
We live on Kick.
Twitter,
Cool.
everywhere.
Twitter,
Share it
Facebook.
on Twitter,
Let's go.
everything, Facebook, YouTube. Hope everybody having a good time.
Me too.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bless you.
Where is the brother monkey?
That's what we waiting for.
Yeah, he should have been in here. Ha, thanks. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Hold on, come on.
Let's talk about it. I promote my
Yeah, let's talk about it.
All right. Let's go. What you want to know? Kick a flow. Where did Khan go? There he is. Get him up in the crib.
There we go.
Gotta let him know what
I had
it
to
is.
put my phone in here. Oh, my bad. We're doing the phone thing right now.
All right.
Let's
Hold on,
get it. I got some shit to talk
Okay.
about today, though.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
Our vibes are
it.
being muted.
What happened?
He said our vibes are being muted. Daddy.
I already know about that.
Kevin, why you wait till right now to talk to us about stuff like that?
You just
Oh no. Him and Flex got this thing going on, man. They I don't know. They got this love-hate relationship. Shit's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's like this love-hate thing they got going on.
I just don't like people telling me, you know what I'm saying, what to do.
In life, sometimes people gonna have to tell you what to do, bro.
Nah, not in my life.
What you
Every
think
now
a
and then,
job
bro.
is? I'm not taking nobody's shit.
Damn, you gonna
That's
crash,
why.
bro.
That's why.
What you think a job is, though,
That's why I'm going for uncensored. Nigga, a job is what I make it to be. I tell you that.
No, a job is what you get paid for doing. That's what a job is.
Y'all
You
go
don't
to
get paid for doing
y'all
it.
go to jobs and y'all feel like that they need you.
I don't.
I go to jobs with the feeling that you need me. So you gonna pay me what I asked for, and
Yeah,
that's how
but
it's
that's
gonna
not how
be.
it works. That's
It
not how it
does
works.
work. It works for me all the time in my
Where you work
industry. In my industry,
It don't work like that though, bro.
it works for me.
You can't go give an outrageous number. You can give a number that everybody else gave.
What you mean?
You can give a number that somebody else gave. You can give the number within the number that they're willing to pay you.
I've given numbers that people didn't
You
give.
going in there thinking you running shit, and you might be undercutting yourself when you say the number that you say, and they be like, "Okay, I'll do that," not realizing that there was a higher number you could have said.
No, there's no way, because I do my research before I go in there. I look at the company. I go on the website. I look at who owns it. All of that. I do my research.
Yeah.
Find out what the company does.
It sound good.
Sound great. But I live in the real world.
I do live in the real world.
I will say that if you got tons and tons of degrees,
if we're in different industries, right? You don't know the industry that I'm in. So the industry that I'm in is really scarce to get techs and to get people to do low voltage technician. And
I think that's unfair for you to say that I don't know the industry that you're in.
I'm just saying. You want to sit there and tell me that you this is not the type of things you could do.
I think that in the industry that you're in,
I've met many people in my industry that got the same attitude, that they're not taking no less than what they asked for, because
but they're not asking for an outrageous number, right? They're not asking for an outrageous number. I'm
not saying it's not no outrageous number. What's an outrageous number?
No, you're in the industry. Tell me, because I can tell you that if you do that job, $70,000 to $100,000 is a pretty good offer for you to say that you want for yourself.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But you can't go in there. You can't go in there and say I want $150,000 because I know what I'm worth.
No, not like $150,000.
So you getting paid with everybody. You getting paid within the range as everybody else.
Listen, that's more like cybersecurity.
All you're saying is that you know. All you're saying is that you know what that job gets paid, and you're not going to go in there and say, "Well, give me $50,000." You're not going to go do that. That's all you're saying.
What I'm saying is that I would go over the limit that they're saying that they're offering. Like, so say if I saw it on Indeed or whatever, and they was offering 34.
Okay.
I would go in there and I'd be like, well, listen, I'm making 38 right now at my job currently.
Right.
So I would ask for more. And
right, but that's not what you just said though.
What you mean?
Because if you making 38, then you know you at least worth 38 right now. That's what you know.
No,
so you're not going to go to no job and say, give me 34.
I'm worth more. But I don't want to kill him. You feel me?
On paper, the only thing you got to say is right now I'm worth $38,000. That's what you got to say on paper.
To be honest with no degrees or nothing.
Your personal worth of what you feel you worth doesn't translate to anything in the real world. You have to have things on paper. So on the real world, 38,000 is what you say you worth right now. So you can't say that. Yeah, I can say I'm going in here. I'm not taking 34,000. No. I'll stay where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'll stay where I'm at.
Hell no.
I hear you.
Then I'll just be doing 3 things then, nigga. 4 things at one time. It's got to be more revenue.
Yeah, of course. If you know you're worth $38,000, then you get that $38,000  4 or 5 times. You don't just do it with one thing, but you got to live within the boundaries of the world. You can't go in and say, nah, I want 150. You know how many codes I done written? You know who I am?
Yo, remember that Thai drug lord I was talking about yesterday?
Yeah.
I got a good picture of him now. I don't think that was a picture of him, because the picture that I'm seeing right now, it looks... Nah, this way.
19 a year. Cabby, what you get paid just 19 a year?
19 a year? What the fuck is that?
You gotta make 6 figures. You lying like shit. Why y'all gotta cap so hard? Why y'all gotta cap so hard, bro? Like, for real, we regular people out here in the world. We all got bosses right now.
You say you gotta make 6
figures. Even you, Cabby. So stop arguing with your boss.
Says Michael off.
Oh, you say about 19? Yeah.
Reveals his true
Yeah, I know he probably do. That shit is crazy.
Man, where the hell is Monkey?
I don't know, bro. Did y'all call him or some shit?
I text him.
This guy's always late. He's always late.
But he's sitting in the Discord, wherever he is.
He's sitting in the Discord. Did you send him the link?
I put the link in the chat.
It's in the Discord.
Nothing else you could do then, boys.
Well, fuck it. Let's get started, man. Our brother Monkey will be here, man. Let's get this party started, man.
Let's get it.
So
who got?
Who want to kick it off, man? Who want to kick it off? Y'all want me to kick this bitch off or what?
You
Go
kick
ahead.
it off.
Go ahead,
Go
kick it
ahead.
off.
All right, man. So remember how we touched a little bit on it, and I can't remember what broadcast it was, man. We done did so many of them. But the black towns, man, that were flourishing, and Kanye light is too dark. Man, you always talking to shit, Cabby. You know that? Them black towns that were flourishing and the white folks went in and massacred those people. I want to talk about some of those towns. The most famous one is Black Wall Street. Everybody talk about Black Wall Street, but a lot of people don't know about Rosewood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about there's a couple other ones. Hold on, man. I got the video, man. I'm gonna post it up, man. You know I always got a video for my shit. But that's what I want to talk about today, man. You know what I mean? We're closing out Black History Month, man. You know, last day of Black History Month. Let's talk about some real Black history. I want to talk about some real shit. What's going on, BK? How you feeling, mama? You feel what I'm saying? Like, we ain't really do too much on Black history. I got in my Black history mode today, man. We did that documentary on John Africa this morning. Shout out to the ones that was in the chat, kicking it with us, watching that documentary with us this morning. You know what I mean? We tapped on my man John Africa. I'm about to be like my brother Mojo here in a minute. Puff, puff, pass, nigga, puff, puff, pass. But I think he might be smoking on that out, though.
But I'm smoking on it in the end, though.
He's smoking on that out, though, Black.
I'm breaking all the rules. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about my motherfucking reefer, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all gonna stop doing that, bro. I don't know if that shit y'all smoke though. That shit y'all smoke had y'all saying aliens and shit.
What, nigga? You want to see some aliens and shit, nigga?
No, I don't.
Yeah, your ass. You want to see them. That's why you always bring them up.
You're right. I'm not gonna bring them up no more.
That's why you keep bringing them up, bro. Because you want to see one, man. You want to be a believer.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be a believer, man.
I don't.
Believe in the hype, bro, because it is true. And don't worry, I got a documentary for your ass, too.
I got a documentary to prove Santa Claus exists.
Man, bullshit.
What?
Oh, no. If aliens could exist, Santa Claus, and I believe that the M&Ms exist, too.
Bullshit.
Come on, bro.
I got a book that shows you Santa Claus ain't real.
I got a book that say M&Ms is real.
M&M's is real.
Yeah.
You a lie and a half. So you believe in that? You believe that M&M's are real?
Yeah.
They're real people?
Mm-hmm. M&M's.
Okay.
Every time you
but
bite
you
one, you don't hear them
aliens, though.
This guy's crazy.
They the aliens y'all talk about.
Who's the alien you
got
talking about? Bro, you bugging.
That's what you going with, Mojo?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. We all know that Mojo is a lot smarter than that.
M&Ms fall from the sky.
Yo,
Huh?
I was reading about this shit in the papers about the cold case murder that was solved after 12 years. You know how they solved it?
How?
A sweet potato.
A sweet potato.
A safe word?
Huh?
That's your safe word?
No, sweet potato. I mean, that's what they said they solved it. So it was 12 years after a shooting death on Cape Cod. The alleged killer was caught in part thanks to a root vegetable used in the commission of a crime, according to the prosecutors.
Oh, that's crazy. That sounds like some old other shit, man.
At the time of the murder, police show. Okay,
I'm gonna pull up this video in a second.
Oh, it says at the time of the murder, police found 3 shell casings and a sweet potato with a hole in it.
The sweet potato
so
has
he
a
used the sweet potato as like a muzzle.
Right. So according to a prosecutor with the Cape and Island District Attorney's Office, prosecutors said they found DNA on the sweet potato. Did he try to eat it?
Yeah, why not? That motherfucker. Shit,
that was a match for Hampton What you mean? He used it for a fucking silencer though.
Shit,
It was
it's
cooked.
hot. You can eat
It was
that
cooked.
motherfucker.
Yeah, it was hot as a motherfucker. He cooked the
Hell
buzzer,
yeah,
the
you can
barrel
eat that
killed.
motherfucker. Why not?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
Shit, get rid of
interesting.
evidence.
That's interesting. Eat the evidence.
Right. He ate that shit.
That's crazy.
That was actually a clever move. If you in my eye.
He didn't eat it. He left it on the fucking scene.
Oh, well, that was stupid. He could have had some candy yams. Nah, I know one of my guys that committed a robbery and almost got away with it, y'all. That shit was crazy.
Don't talk about it.
Nah, I can talk about it now. He done did his time and everything.
Oh, I just said he got away with it.
I said, nah, he almost got away with it, right? So look, one of my guys, I ain't gonna put his name out there, but one of the homies, right? He had a clever idea. His idea was he was gonna go in this bank and he was gonna rob it. And he was like, he a short dude. He a short dude. He real short. And what he did was he disguised himself as a fat motherfucker. He went and put a whole bunch of clothes on, like big, like he looked like a big fat motherfucker. And y'all know stilts. You know how like when you go to carnivals and shit, you see people walking on stilts. He had some stilts that brought his height up. He brought his height up like 2 inches, 3 inches. Made him a 6 foot man. You know what I'm saying? And he went in.
He wasn't that short if he was 5'11".
Huh?
He said he was short.
Yeah, he was short. He was a short dude. He raised himself up like a good shit. He made himself like 6 feet from like he stand about 5. Yeah, probably about 5'11", 5'12". You know what I'm saying?
5'12".
5'12", goddamn. Nah. He's shorter than that. He like 4'11". Like that motherfucker short. He a short dude. I'll show y'all a picture of him. But
No,
this
don't show us a
motherfucker-
picture of him.
No, I'll show you how short he is. This motherfucker went in, robbed the bank, went in, he robbed the bank, he shot the bank teller, he rolled over the counters. Like he really played this shit off, y'all. Almost got away with it. Guess how he got caught?
Almost.
How he got caught? The story. That's how he got caught. He got pulled over, but guess how he got caught, y'all? Just imagine.
I'm asking you how you got caught.
When he shot the bank teller, cause he did this shit early in the morning. He had robbed the bank and everything, closed it up. Motherfucker, he had the code to the alarm system and shit. He closed it up, looked like it never been opened. He went back to the scene, I guess to get some more money or something. Got greedy, and the badge from the tailor, when he took her keys and shit. When he got pulled over at a traffic stop, they found that badge, and that ultimately brought him down because they didn't understand how he had the badge and the bank robbery had happened, and they had a report of it.
So he wasn't very smart.
Nah, he wasn't smart at all. He was smart, but he wasn't smart. He was so smart, he was stupid. That nigga ended up doing 10 years for that shit.
That's crazy.
The badge brought that nigga down.
What was his name?
Nah, I ain't gonna put him out there like that.
Let me know.
Fuck out of here, man. Now I'm about to check you for a wire.
I heard that.
Word, I'm about to check. Yo,
Wait, I thought you was talking about somebody like, you know what I'm saying, that was in like the history or some shit. I was like, look,
man, he made history books, street history books, nigga.
No, I thought he was like gonna be on some TikTok shit.
Hell no, man. I'm about to check his ass for a wire, Mojo.
Interesting.
Nah, we need
He
to
might
check
be working
y'all.
with them
Y'all the
people.
ones that be disappearing. Me and Mojo be here all the time with no problem. You and Monkey be disappearing every 10 minutes.
Yo, you might be working with those folks, Flex.
Definitely not.
You asking some federally ass questions.
Yo, where's the
Nah, as soon as I get done with this real quick, I'm about to pull this video up I was talking about, y'all. Hey, Mojo, you nah, I don't think he looked at none of that shit in that server yet.
What's that?
Where we got all the documentaries and shit.
Oh, no, I ain't seen no documentary.
You ain't looked in there yet?
Let me see.
Cause it's a documentary in there I want you to watch, man.
Oh, you want to see it? I'll show it to you.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you wanna host something off of there?
No, you can't host that.
I'm gonna do that food one.
Where the documentary at? I see
show
the
up.
documentary section.
Nah, it's over here. Let me show you. Give me a second.
Sugar, I don't want to play.
How many you got in there? You got the food one?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna host that one.
Let the fire.
In the Discord, that motherfucker fire too.
Every time I wake up, I never know where I'm at. All this should be looking different.
What? The Discord?
All right. I feel like we lagging behind. I feel like we stalling for Monkey, but I don't know if he coming, y'all. I think we should keep on going forward.
All right, let's go.
Yeah,
We sorry, folks. We realize just was trying to.
they be acting crazy.
Oh.
So I got more information on that kid that beat up the teacher.
Oh yeah, where
Yeah.
they locked him up, didn't they?
So, but he's being charged as an adult.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's
So
crazy.
yeah, so 17. The floor. Basically, they named him first. This is Brendan Deppa after the 7th Judicial Circuit Court ruled that he would be tried as an adult with aggravated battery on a school board employee. Damn. It says the first degree felony if punishable by up to 30 years behind bars. But you gotta see this guy, like he was like, why? I don't know. He do look kind of like you were saying, Mojo.
Yeah, he looks special needs.
I'm gonna show you a picture of him.
He didn't look like somebody you could fuck with like that. Yeah. Yeah, he don't look regular. And I believe they're trying to keep that part out because if you notice, they're not mentioning none of that.
Yeah.
But the way he got on her over a fucking switch,
that tells you right there.
Yeah, there was nah.
There was more involved, right? So now they about to lock this boy up as an adult, and probably he just needs help.
Well, people need to stop fucking with people, man. Like for real. Like I really feel like that. Like shit like that. Like he wasn't bothering nobody. He was walking down the hallway. It wasn't like he was in his classroom and nothing like that. You know what I mean? He was walking down the hallway. What's up, Trish?
Yo, what's good, Trish?
Teachers can't put their hands on you. That's why they don't. That's why being a teacher is so hard. Boo. Yeah. It's so hard. They can't put y'all hands on their hands on y'all.
Look at this.
But y'all act like grown-ups. And see, that's the problem. It's hard for me not to do the things that I would do to a grown-up that's approaching me like that because you're a child and I'm supposed to exercise some restraint. But if you 6'2" and you swing on me, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. I don't care if you are 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. And I'll just deal with the consequences.
That's what's gonna happen.
It doesn't matter who's right and who's wrong. It's about I'm going to defend myself.
I don't know, Mojo.
Okay.
So, what the fuck happened? My bad. It kind of got crazy. You see it?
What that say about the adult
and a hatchet?
Mojo.
What you say now?
I said, what that say about the adult though? If you lose control like that, to
If
let
you
a
lose
child get under
control,
your skin like that.
well, talking back and forth, that's not what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I'm not arguing with nobody, kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you come to me like you gonna do something to me, you might get popped in the mouth. Like it ain't too much I can do about that. You can't walk up on people like that. And parents, you should be teaching your kids that.
Right.
You should be teaching your kids that they can't just walk up on people. They can't just do what they want to do out here because they'll get their motherfucking head cracked.
Mm-hmm. You gonna run right into the right one. So
But that's why I
this is
say
crazy.
you supposed to do that to your kids because the world gonna do it to them anyway. They need to understand there's some threats out here, and everybody
Oh,
walking
yeah.
around like the world is safe. The world is not safe. It's not okay.
Right. Just like this Arizona man is accused of attacking his co-workers on a meal break, killing one of them with a baseball bat and a
And
hatchet.
but you know that wasn't just that was premeditated. There, he didn't like none of them people.
You think so? Well, look at him. This is him.
Premeditated like a
Where they work
motherfucker.
at? Where they was just on.
They just had a whole
Oh,
bunch
he's
of
a
bats.
big
sitting
dude
there.
too. I bet you he a big motherfucker. He don't even
He
got no
look
neck.
right. He looked like he be fucking picking up weights.
And another hospitalized.
So the officers called to the incident, reported. Wow. Carrying 2 duffel bags.
Two
in
duffel
front of the
bags.
building. And they were looking for him and the police. Officers then entered the building and found dead cafeteria from blunt force trauma. That had to be my
No, I don't know. They said that when they pulled up, he was outside with the duffel bag talking about, yeah, y'all looking for me. He already knew what he did. He had the duffel bag with the weapon. It said right there. Once on the scene, officers located Darrell Lehman Simmons carrying 2 duffel bags in front of the building, and he told them that they were looking for him. Police said, y'all looking for me. He just walked up on him and hit him with the bat a couple of times.
Yo,
They didn't
this
like
is
each other.
crazy.
That was some real gangster shit right there. They didn't like that shit.
That was crazy.
That's crazy.
What is the world coming to, right?
That's crazy, bro. Last night in Oakland, 4 different murders occurred last night. Like all
No way.
Yeah, within the same hour and shit. No, 5 different ones.
I mean,
One
that
at-
happens a lot. That happens a lot.
Yeah, one at 10 p.m., one at 11:58 p.m., one at 1:02 p.m., one at 1:20 p.m., and one at 2:55 p.m.
Wow.
Something going on, man. Something going on. Can't hear you, Con.
See?
And then there were 2. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Yeah, something going on. The world getting crazier and crazier. and you can't say it's gun violence because my man used a baseball bat and a hatchet. It's the purge. It's the real live purge going on right now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
They
man.
said- they said they was gonna do that.
Fought.
They said they was gonna do that real life purge shit.
So hold on, I'm about to send y'all this link. A lot of people don't even talk about Oscarville.
Talk about what?
Oscarville.
Oscarville?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
It was another one of them towns that was flourishing just like Black Wall Street, Oklahoma. A lot of people don't know about it because it's sitting up under a lake after they killed all the, y'all know.
You know the things that are funny about all of those different black towns that was flourishing and stuff like that. And then you get to hearing about all the different black politicians and stuff that we had back then, and it's like almost like they erased that particular part of our history right there.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That they wiped it out. Like they literally wiped that whole
Like that's a reason we don't know nothing about that. Like
Generations. They shared
nothing
with us
about
stories that were
these
handed
towns.
down about what the all-black town was like, including the. When we
Oh,
started
you
working on
pulled it
this
up
story, we
already. I
set
was
out to
about to.
track down.
Yeah, I
When we
found one
started
for
working
you.
on this story, we.
Yeah, Oscarville.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna show you what is.
We set out to track down descendants of Oscarville. Weeks later, we found a family who could trace back their roots 4 generations. They shared with us stories that were handed down about what the all-black town was like, including the night that led to its destruction. It was set on fire by night riders after they say a white woman was raped. Then later, it was covered by the body of water we now know as Lake Lanier. May
Like
Crow
10
is
fighter
buried
jets
here
just went
at this
across my
Gainesville
sky.
cemetery, but the trail of destruction
What?
following her death stretches
So like
into
10
the
fighter
lands
jets just
surrounding
went across
Forsyth
my sky
County,
just now.
buried beneath
Wow.
these waves of Lake
And he was
Lanier,
Washington.
where in 1912 nearly
That's
every
a
black
nice
crazy,
resident
right?
was forced out. That includes people living in an old black town called Oscarville. The community was formed in the late 1800s during the Reconstruction era.
There was a very strong community feeling among the blacks. About 300 children that went to some of the schools that were the black schools, and it was closely connected to the churches.
Georgia history teacher Lisa Crosby says Oscarville was a thriving black community, full of carpenters, blacksmiths, and bricklayers, but farming was the top trade.
So they really had kind of a miraculous farming growth here while the rest of the state was really struggling.
But then residents were abruptly forced off their land.
Well, the flashpoint, I think, is 1912.
This takes us back to the death of May Crow. The 19-year-old white woman was found dead in the woods near Oscarville, presumably after being raped.
Typically, the answer to white girls being raped was go to the black community and just start blaming people.
By nightfall, terror began to reign over Oscarville.
So from there, the rage and hatred in the community, mobs got together and they were called night riders, and they were riding throughout Oscarville and driving out the black community.
And the night turned deadly. You know, they were waking up by fires outside, fire bombs thrown in the church.
Filmmaker Bob Mackey recaptures those horrific nights in an upcoming television series.
Anytime anything happened, guess where everyone would go? To the church. Well, they attacked the church. People were hung, lynched.
Mackey's series features stories of direct descendants like George Rucker, who can trace his family back 4 generations to Oscarville. He tells the story of his great-grandfather, Bert Oliver, and the entire family being forced off their land.
Night riders came through. They had to leave everything. The main thing they left was property, and my grandfather had 100 acres.
Rucker says many relatives died as they tried to flee.
So when they got to the Chattahoochee River, from what I understand, they were told,
Thank you.
when the mob got up on the bridge, they were told that they either had to sell.
God
Both
damn.
of them
You allergic to dogs?
didn't make it.
Nah, it's just I got
My grandfather, one of
allergies.
them did make it. He lost some brothers and sisters.
He says his relatives who survived settled in Gainesville.
From what my mother told me, Bert Oliver, he would sit and tell her this story, and he would just sit and cry.
Crosby says whites in the area took over the remaining
Good looks,
properties. She says Oscarville farmers were specifically skilled in raising poultry, which set the pace for Gainesville eventually becoming poultry capital of the world.
You have a farm already going, and you had free land, so you just take it.
Rucker says his great-grandfather married his second wife, Beulah, and they built this school that still stands in Gainesville today. By the late 1950s, the Beaufort Dam was built and Lake Lanier was formed, covering up Oscarville
Wow, that's
and
crazy.
swallowing most of its history. Many believe Lake Lanier is haunted because of the high number of drownings. We spoke to officials who tell us because there is an entire town that includes structures and even forest areas with trees that are 60 feet tall, it makes it more difficult to navigate through, and someone can easily become trapped in debris, leading them to drowning. We have so much more. When we started working on this story, we set
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nah, that shit is. I have another story that's kind of crazy too. My brother has sent it to me.
They took so much out of history, bro.
They took a lot. They changed a lot
Yeah.
of history. That's the bad thing about it.
But when you erase things, you got to replace things.
Right.
They
And then
deleted
when
it.
you replace it,
They
it doesn't
deleted a
make
lot of our
sense sometimes.
history, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's fucked up.
Yeah. That's what they do. So sorry to say. Let me see. Comment, followers. Looking for my brother. Where the fuck is it? He sent it to me. Where the fuck did he send it to me at? Oh, let me look on my phone. No, he sent it on my phone.
I feel like we need to bring the mood up just a little bit.
Let's turn the music back on now.
Y'all
I
want
was trying to show y'all this video real quick. We were talking about Black History, right? So
Yeah.
this is Black History. Let me put it in. I
The
guess
fact.
this is Discord, right? Where we at right now? Podcast. All right. So my brother sent me this, and I was looking. Why the hell didn't play? Don't play with me, bro. Damn.
Columbus. His real name is.
Hold on. Where the fuck is it? So y'all know Christopher Columbus, right?
Right.
Right, y'all know him, right? Y'all know what he did and all of that.
Mhm.
Right. All right. So what if I told you that
Wait,
Christopher Columbus ain't what we thought he was?
Well, what you mean? What I don't think him to be the same thing.
You ready for me to play? You ready for me to play?
You trying to go on some deep shit? All right, come on.
You ready? All right. You said this is Black History though, right? Right. All right. Go.
Was a black Jew.
His name is not Columbus. His real name is Salvador Zarco. That Christopher Columbus was known as a quote-unquote Marrano. The Marranos are those that were forced to convert to Roman Catholicism, that were Sephardim. And
Jews are divided into Sephardim and Ashkenazi.
Yep.
Ashkenazi Jews are Khazarian, making them Jews by religious conversion through their prince Khosar, and not by blood like the Sephardim, descendants of the original Jews. As for the Sephardim, they were black, just as the original Jews. So if Columbus was black, what does that mean for the colonists who came to the Americas?
Now we talking.
Yeah, let's talk. Let's talk
Now
about
we
it.
talking.
So now we talking, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Black history is among us.
So you want to talk about that?
Let's go.
Let's go.
I mean, you seem like you
Mojo?
got you know a little bit
We
more
said
about
wake us
that
up. So
situation.
let's wake it up.
So, yeah, what y'all know about the Inquisition?
When it happened or something? What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, when, where? What y'all know about it?
Not too
I
much.
don't know too much
Tell me
about it. I
about
ain't
it.
even gonna hold you up.
So, in the 7th century, 700 AD, the Moroccans, the Moors, ruled in Spain. Right? They conquered Spain in like the 5th century, 4th, 5th century, right? Spaniards came back in the 11th century. They lived it for about 300 years, 300 to 500 years. The Spaniards came back for the Moors, pushed the Moors back into
Sup, pretty goth girl.
pushed the Moors back into Morocco, right? But while the Moors were living there in Spain, and in while the Moors were living there in Spain, they were also living there with the Jews, the black Jews.
Mhm.
When the Spaniards came back and fought and pushed the Moroccans back into Morocco, the Jews were left there by themselves. The king of Spain told the Jews that they had a certain amount of time to leave. You know what I mean? They wasn't forcing them out. Well, I mean, it was forcing them out, but they had to go. They wasn't just coming and saying leave right now. They gave them a little bit of time to leave. So they left and they fled into Portugal. When they got into Portugal, if you look in Portugal right now, it's a lot of black people in Portugal, a lot of them.
Right.
But they went to Portugal, and when they got there, King John II of Portugal said that y'all got time to leave, but I need y'all to pay this tax before y'all go. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when nobody was able to come up with the tax because they had fled from Spain into Portugal, running from the Spanish, they didn't have the money to leave. So they then became slaves or prisoners of the state of Portugal. The Portuguese then started transporting. Well, that's when the Inquisition started, when they started forcing these people to convert to Catholicism. They would take the parents, if the parents didn't convert, they would take the kids from the parents and give them to a Christian family, a Catholic family, and they would be what was called the godparents of those children. That's where you get the term godparents from. They were the children the parents that took the kids from, I guess you can say adopted the kids after the church killed the parents. They would then raise these children up to be Catholics, and the people that they didn't kill, they were sent to these penal colonies on the west coast of Africa. That's why when you look on the west coast of Africa, all of the countries on the west coast of Africa all have European names, whether it's a Spanish name, English name, a Portuguese name. They all have a European name because they have been colonized the west coast of Africa. So when they started sending them to these penal colonies on the west coast of Africa, then they started sending them across the world. They started sending them to the islands first, to Haiti, Puerto Rico. Then they started sending them to South America first. Even when you look at where Christopher Columbus was traveling to, he was going to the South Americas first. That's why they spoke Spanish there. That's why they speak Spanish in South America, because he conquered the southern parts of America. Then they started transporting slaves, because slavery has been a fucking
it's been a thing since forever, though.
Forever.
Since the Romans,
But it's only been one people that have been slaves, and it's always been the Jews. Even in the Bible.
Talk about it.
The story of the Jews, they've always been slaves. They don't keep the Most High's commandments. They get sent into slavery. That's the story over and over, at least 10 times in the Bible and in the real world. You know what I mean? And who are the slaves today? That's all I'm going to say. Who are the slaves today?
We are. We still the goddamn slaves.
Niggas gonna hate me.
We still.
You saying we all Jews?
Now we all.
We enslaved. Well, not all of us. You're right. But a lot of us have enslaved ourselves.
We as black people, because we live here in America, we associate all black people as being us. We just the American black people. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you go to Africa, they don't identify like that. They identify who their tribe is.
Right.
Or
Africa. That's what they identify.
Or village. What village?
That village is tend to come from some kind of genealogy of who they believe they are. We the ones that believe everybody the same. Everybody black is black. But if you go to Africa, everybody ain't the same. You got to have a way to identify who's who, even when you're amongst all the people that look like you.
So, you know what else set them apart, though? You know, all Africans speak more than one language. They speak 9 times out of 10 about 4 to 5 different languages.
Right, because they have to, because they deal in commerce with other tribes. They have to.
Yep. and they have a national language. Then they have a village.
Yep.
Then they have So you right about that, Mojo. You definitely right about that.
Yeah. That's why a lot of those books that I put in the library is based on all not just the Jews and where they
What up,
was,
Fox Blood?
but it also talks about where the people that surrounded them and how they had to interact with all of these people. That's why you see traces of the cultures in all of those different people. You see traces of everybody's culture because they live right next to each other.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, like, if you talk to a lot of them, they'll tell you that they speak probably about 10 to 20 different languages.
It seems to be that seems to be the trend around the whole world except for here.
Yeah, for sure. So you like, we don't use our brain here. Think about it. We use technology more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
We so lazy that we even try to shorten our words up so we don't even have to speak proper language. I won't even say proper English, but proper language. If they gave us another language to speak, we'd try to turn that into slang too.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I said, man, we enslaved ourselves, man. We don't even we're not even willing to even try to learn another language.
Speak on.
Well, they give us other things to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The distractions are real. They give us other things to do. And I'm guilty of it too. Like I can have all intent in going to study one topic, right? And just pull up my YouTube or pull up anything, and then something else will be there, and I click on that instead of even going through what I was about to do.
That's a fact.
It happens to all of us, man. The distraction is real.
But okay, another thing, right? Discipline. Discipline is something that we do not have at all within our community, within ourselves. We used to be very disciplined people.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, the world got easy, bro. You gotta have a bad guy, bro. I'm telling you, you gotta have a bad guy. If there's no bad guy, people become their own villains.
Yep. Preach on it.
You right.
You gotta have a bad guy, bro. It's sad to say, but you gotta have a bad guy. We can't live in peace and harmony because somebody is going to do something against what everybody else is doing.
Yes, sir. Amen.
You gotta have a fucking bad guy, bro.
So why the fuck do we keep preaching this? We all gotta come together shit then.
We gotta accept who everybody is. And that means that if somebody ain't who we want to be around, we gotta accept that and not be around the motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And the people who see that people don't want to be around you, if you want people around you, you have to change yourself. If you want to be a part of everybody. But if you don't care what everybody thinks about you, then it don't matter either way. But we gotta accept everybody for their differences, not try to make everybody the same. That's an impossible task. Well, equality does not exist. Even in this room right now, none of us not equal. We're not the same. We got our strengths, we got our weaknesses. My weakness might be your strength.
And your strength might be my weakness.
Absolutely.
It's called iron sharper iron. Each one teach one. So you believe in that, Mojo?
I believe every piece of knowledge you have in your brain is supposed to be given to somebody else.
That's deep. That's deep right there. So you believe that you only here to learn to give it away?
Yep.
So what would be the purpose of life as a whole then? Or experience?
To create the perfect society organically and not inorganically.
That's different. I've never heard nobody say no shit like that. I'm gonna be honest.
If everybody was on one accord with what the rules was, right? We couldn't change everybody right now in this generation. It'd have to happen over time. But if we was all on one accord with doing that, then that's how it would happen. If you teach a child things while they're young, they're going to apply it when they get older. You may not see them applying it, but they definitely going to apply those things in life as they start to see how the world is actually ran.
So
Mm-hmm.
so let me take it a step further, right? So to get to the next level in life, right?
Mhm.
We always say we got to come together to get to the next level, right? But when going through the obstacles or whatever, we become very selfish to get to the next level. We have to deal with it ourselves. So why do we keep screaming equality if we have to get selfish to actually evolve to get to the next level?
Well, it depends on what level you're trying to get to. If you're trying, if everybody, if you're trying to get everybody to the next level, then it's not about coming together and being the same. It's about coming together with your strength and me coming together with my strength. I don't have to do anything different. You know what I mean? But we got to stop focusing so much on money. You know what I mean? If you have sheep, right, and you got wool, that's the commodity you sell, right? And if I sell what the fuck? If I sell thread, you know what I mean? If that's what I sell, if I sell thread, we should be able to come together and not use money, but use the things that we have and exchange those in as far as like goods. As far
It's
as
called the
being
bartering system.
the barter system, right? Right. It shouldn't always be about money. It should be more so I don't have to go to the market and buy meat because my guy over here who I give corn to has got 2 sheep for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't have to go to buy clothing at the store because this lady up here who makes dresses and makes suits and things like that, she got suits for my whole family.
Nice.
Because we feed her every day. She comes to our house for dinner every day.
So y'all chilling.
You know what I mean? If we did more shit like that, when we took care of each other, then if everybody took care of somebody else, then you wouldn't have to worry so much about yourself.
So you say get rid of the class system as a whole.
Get rid of what?
Class system as a whole.
No, classes are gonna have to exist because people going to still separate into their different groups. Doctors gonna hang around doctors, lawyers gonna hang around lawyers.
How would they classify themselves if we don't have currency to
it would be by it would be by the service that you provide.
Yo,
for example, a basketball player wouldn't have any higher authority over a teacher.
But so who would you say is in a higher class? Because we're using
the person providing the knowledge, the teacher.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying it would be based off of knowledge, and
the teacher gives the most value to society because she trains up the next generation.
Okay, I see your point of view.
I think teachers are the most valuable things in society because they train up the next people. And if they don't give a fuck, they're not gonna give a fuck.
Well, they also got the toughest job in society as well.
It's only tough because we abandon our children and we don't teach them real respect. That's why they beating up teachers in the hallway and shit.
Let me ask you this: subconsciously, what does the school system teach our kids?
A curriculum of indoctrination.
Subconsciously, our children are being prepped like cattle. Mm-hmm. Well, inner city schools, I should say.
All of them.
Not all of them, because if you go to the motherfucking suburban or preparatory schools, they're not. They are nothing like the inner city schools.
As far as the services that they offer, you're right. They do have extracurricular services, but those are extracurricular services that the students have to want and they have to take advantage of. The difference is in those inner city schools, they don't have those programs. They have to go other places where they have to pay for them. That's the difference. So in both cases, you have to go and get it for yourself, whether you're in the inner city or you're in a suburban school. The suburban school is there for them to do it for free, but that don't mean they take advantage of it. In the inner city school, you got to pay for it. So that means if I really want this, I got to go to work so I can do this.
Yeah.
So
in both cases, you have to take advantage of it on your own. That's why it's called white privilege. They have the privilege to decide I'm going to do it or I'm not going to do it. Yeah, and if I waste 5 years not doing it, I can go back and get that time back.
That's a fact. It is white privilege.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, because if you had the privilege, you take advantage of it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why we argue about it, because we want the privilege too.
Okay, Jelly says she feel like the government. Oh shit, y'all keep putting shit up there. Feel like the government wanted to get money from us, so they created the tax system.
Oh, they was already getting money from us. That's just a way for them to
Mhm.
get more money. They was already robbing everybody.
My boy Ray said the system is a
And
great,
taxes aren't bad either. Like in
but
order
the
for
base system teaches kids to interact with other people that grew up outside their houses. That's an interesting point of view on it.
Yeah, that is.
They wanted a piece of pie. Taxes were a
what place is
temporary
that?
measure to help with increased cost during World War II. Yo, that is correct. That is very correct. Taxes was created for temporary measures to help with World War II.
Oh, they were been taxing the country though. They had been collecting taxes. That's the whole term. No
He
taxation
said
without
World War One.
representation.
He said
I
World
mean,
War
World
One.
War One. My bad.
What he's saying they increased it,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, taxes was before that. Yeah,
So
that's the whole thing. That was the whole thing for the Revolutionary War. They were fighting because they didn't want to be taxed by the British anymore.
but
They
my
wanted
thing is
to
this,
create their
right?
own tax system.
My thing is this, right? How can you come over to some land and tax the people that own the fucking land?
Because you can't own any land here.
But why not? This ain't they shit. This ain't theirs.
That's the wrong question. That's the wrong question.
Why would it be the
Why?
wrong question? I'm
Because
not saying why. I'm saying
this is a
how.
corporate. This is a
How?
corporation. This is a corporation. You can't own anything here. They can come
Well,
and
I
take
know it's a
anything from you.
corporation, but how the fuck did we get here? Is basically what I'm saying. How the fuck did we allow some people, some bankers, because that's what they were, to come over here and tell us that we can't own our own land and
It's
tax
because
us for our own shit?
it's because it's their concept of ownership. We didn't. That's why they were able to buy this land from Indians for some corn, because Indians didn't understand the concept. Like, if you want to own the land, you can't own the land. Like, they didn't have that concept.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll sell this to you for whatever you about to give it to me for. Sure, because you can't own the land. It doesn't belong to you. It don't belong to me. I can't sell it to you. It don't belong to me. In real life, that's what happened. Like, they bought the land from people that didn't even look like that didn't look at the land as if it belonged to them. So it's a fraudulent transaction off the break, because that's like me leaning on a car, you walking up to me and say, "Let me buy this from you." I say, "Yeah, give me $600." Give me $600. Walk away.
Right. That's exactly. Well, you might not walk away. You might run away.
Yeah, whatever. I'm getting away.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just got you one.
Yeah.
You
That's
know
how
what I'm
that
saying?
went.
So, I see that. I can see that. But so okay, so that's why I don't get law. I don't get these laws here. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that you, like, when you say you're an American citizen, right? You already put or bound yourself to certain laws that you really don't have to abide by.
You're right about that. You're
technically speaking. So that's why I get
there's certain universal laws that you have to abide
exactly. Exactly. But universal law and man's law are two different laws. And people,
human. You mean human? You mean human? You mean human law?
Different.
Man law. I would say man law, because that's what it is.
Like, well, I would call it moral law.
Man.
I would call it moral law.
Yeah.
Moral. Okay, yeah, moral law. Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on, fucking Mammy G? What the fuck is the vibes? You heard?
Mammy G is in the building. What's up, Mammy G? What the heck is going on with you?
Yeah, I think I would call it moral law, because I think that even in a sense, you can see some animals that have it. You can see animals have that.
Well, is it law? It's not really law. Animals follow more of a, well, it is law. It'd be natural law though. It's not.
It still would be a moral law. I've seen dogs save people. I've seen dogs come and get people to come and help people. I've
No,
seen
it wasn't just no random person though.
it don't matter if it's a random person. They have the ability and capability to do that.
No, what I'm getting at is when you see animals do that, they have some type of relationship with the person that they're serving.
Doesn't change the fact that they're able to do that.
Yes, it does change it. It does change.
Because who knows what animals do in a pack?
So
who knows what wolves do in a pack?
That's totally different from human beings.
Yeah, I know it's different.
Men. So
I know it's different, but how is it different? A female dog will protect her baby.
Mammy G.
She knows the concept of I don't want you to hurt my babies. Along with just having that concept alone comes along with so many other things, so many other awarenesses.
I mean, I can see that, but what I'm saying is, they don't follow like it's more of a natural law that they follow. They're not following a moral law. They don't have feelings. Certain animals don't got no goddamn feelings for real. Like you can't look at no dog and be like, yo, my dog is mad fucking tight.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
It could. I ain't gonna lie, cause I'm just looking at my dog like this. I know when he mad. I know when he pissed off.
You know when he do fucked up shit. Just
Yeah. So I might have some words. My bad. Gotta eat those.
You're not giving them credit. They're very aware, and they know when you say it. They know when you're not feeling right.
But it's just like you don't have a conversation though. It ain't like.
It just ain't much they can do about it. That's where you limit it to. There's not much they can do about it. Their idea of making you feel better is bringing you the ball.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Or just coming to lay next to you.
Or somebody coming in your house that they just don't like.
Yep.
Right.
They can love everybody else, but this one person can't come in your house because
they be having bad feelings. They be having bad feelings.
Well, now they see things that we can't see.
Yeah.
So if they can do that,
can't hear.
And especially since they don't have verbal communication, I would think that everything else will be heightened on them.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think dogs or especially dogs and cats can see spirits and energy. I really believe that shit.
They would have to tell me they see that first.
Well, how the fuck they gonna tell you that?
That's what I pointed. That's what I pointed.
I knew you was gonna come up with that shit right there.
That's my point.
They gonna tell you.
But where you get it from? How you know they're not looking at the lint floating down?
No, so all right. I know people that own pets, especially Mojo and fucking Flex. They got dogs. You ain't never caught your dog like y'all might be playing or some shit, and then out of nowhere he just looks up, or you be like somebody about to knock on the door or some shit. Like I don't know, my dogs do it. Like they can.
I know my dog can hear. My dog can hear when I park my truck in the back. I can hear her howling and screaming when I'm about to come up the stairs. So I know if she stops and does something weird, she probably heard something.
Right. So you ain't never seen, like they ain't never did that just out of nowhere. You be like,
I live in an apartment building though, bro. I can't hear what she hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if she hears something crazy, if she hears something, she hear it way before I hear.
Yeah, they got some good hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got them in an apartment right now, but they used to be in the house.
You just don't know what they can hear. You don't know what they can see.
Right,
I think that but this the thing. It be shit going on right around my dog and she don't see it.
Right.
It gotta be something she gotta be something like if she gotta be paying attention to it. It don't just be she aware of everything.
Right. That's a fact.
I be having to sneak snacks and shit so she don't fucking hear. You know what I'm saying? So
my cat goes nuts when she hears my car lock beep. You know, you on the way in.
Right.
Let's get into some of these comments, y'all. My cat is everything. Let's go.
Yeah. Pretty God said they can hear super well, so maybe they just tuning in time onto a noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mammy J said my dog and cat knows when something is up with me. My dog is so patient with me.
That's what's up.
Tell your dog, come teach this motherfucker how to be patient.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
so yo, get this, y'all. Y'all know the Great Wall of China, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So what if y'all found out the concept of the Great Wall of China is not to prevent anybody from getting in, but to prevent China from getting out?
Really?
That would be interesting. But how would you come up with that?
I'm gonna show you right now.
Yeah, how would you even?
Oh, we've got your ass. We've got your ass now.
These Africans.
The Great Wall of China. You mean the Great Wall of Tartaria? Let's take a look at a few old maps. You can see Grand Tartary in the green and China in the red. Let's take a closer look. As you can see, the wall is circled around China. And again, another Tartarian map, you can see the wall is circled around China. And if you notice, the steep side of the wall is facing China, making it hard for any invaders to climb up. And if you look closely, you will see that the lookout posts are facing China, making it easy to pick off your enemies with crossbows, one by one.
Wow.
So no, China didn't build that wall. The Tartarians did.
Wow.
Oh my. Oh, we've...
Wow. Everything is a lie, bro. Come on, bro. Everything is a lie, bro. The Great Wall of Tartaria. Yeah, fuck yeah. That makes perfectly good sense. The windows are facing China. Why? To shoot Chinese. The way things. Ooh, and ooh, that's crazy. Can you let me look on Google?
What are you looking for?
When the term Great Wall of China started being used?
Wait, I even got this other video. Look at this video too. This one's good. This one tells you what Tartaria is. Hold on.
You want to understand more about Tartaria? That's good. That's real good. Alright, listen to this. So, the Tartarian Empire was an advanced civilization which once ruled in what we know today as Russia, but also span out the Americas. But when the empire was destroyed, they was removed from history and wiped off the map. This is the official Tartarian flag. They are the ones that built buildings like this, and like this, and yes, buildings like this. And they were the ones that built the so-called Tesla Tower long before Nikola Tesla. They are known for building buildings with Antiquitech, which is a natural atmospheric energy conductor which produces free energy. And a lot of people ask, why would they remove this from history? Well, if you knew that in the past we had free energy, electricity, and advanced technology, it would make you question everything we've been told about his story. Oh my days. You wanna understand?
Yeah, that's right. I've been questioning a lot of shit already.
Oh my god, bro.
I told y'all they had power. I told y'all the Egyptians had power.
Yeah.
Free. It was free.
Yeah,
So
but
they
you see
took
what was
away
on
the
top
free
of it? The
energy,
gold,
right.
the gold that was on top of it.
Right.
Yeah, because gold
right,
was
right.
the greatest.
Gold is the number one conductor of electricity.
That's why the pyramids had gold all around it.
Right.
Nah, it actually had a gold tip at the top.
It had a gold tip at the top, but the
Yeah.
inside canals were lined with gold.
Exactly.
And they use water too. They pass waters through those things too to conduct electricity.
They took it out of the pyramids.
Oh, so that's what you're saying, that they use to manipulate moving the
electricity.
The electricity, basically.
To make
The water.
To make it. Yeah, they were
No, he's saying to move stuff, they could have used water. That's what he was saying.
Right, water was the power that they used to get that energy. See, all electricity is some kind of energy. You can make electricity with water energy. You can make it with physical friction. You can do it with heat. You can do it with all kind of things, bro. It's just can be created. Literally, you can take dirt and you can get electricity from the dirt.
Yo, somebody tried to say he was lying about it, so he came back with a rebuttal.
Who is he?
The guy that we was just watching.
He was lying about
and
it.
tried to tell you
Where's the
that the
rebuttal?
Tartarian
This is
Empire
the rebuttal.
was also in Brazil. And you didn't believe me. You didn't believe me.
I'll be following him on TikTok.
But guess what? When I say I got your ass, oh, I've got your ass. You see, what you don't understand is the eyes are useless when the mind is blind.
Yep.
So even though you live in Brazil and you see these buildings every day, you don't know what you're looking at. You're looking, but you can't see the Brazil you know was founded in 1822. That was the time of the last reset. The history you know is false. Come on, brother. You've got to ask yourself, was everybody using the same architect? You can find these buildings all over the world. Chicago, Italy, Germany, and of course, Brazil. Oh,
Ooh, that's crazy. Ooh.
Yo,
Those buildings is
that
all
take me
over.
to the one thing where they said time isn't real.
Time's
Or
not
no,
real.
And birds aren't real.
Well, that was fake. That was fake.
That was fake.
Yeah, birds not real. That the guy who even started that tried to tell people like I was just joking, but the world had already taken it over. It was no, but time is not real.
Yeah.
Time is a construct. You can't even measure time for real, bro.
Nope, you can't measure time. So that proves to you that everything that you've been learning this whole time up until now is a lie.
Do you know that there's even a part of history that was taken out? There's like 500 years worth of history that they took out and replaced it with all kind of fake bullshit.
What happened if I told you that the Atlantic slave trade was told to you backwards, in reverse?
In reverse?
In reverse.
Why you say in reverse? I know the slaves was going back and forth across the ocean. I know that.
But think about this. Think about this for a second, right? Think about how long it took you to travel on sea. It took months. Months to get from one landmass to another landmass. Whether it was from Africa to America, from America to the West Indies. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta understand, they were doing all of that slave trade, right? Think about how much money it takes to move all them type of people.
Yeah. Yo,
it don't take a lot of money.
Remember you were saying you don't believe in giants? That's what you were saying?
Yeah.
All right, can I show you something?
Yeah, better not be no Photoshop shit.
You go.
You ain't see the dude that just died, mysteriously vanished behind showing y'all a real giant, the bones and shit.
I'm gonna show Mojo something real quick.
My man's ain't here no more, and they trying to cover his murder up.
I mean,
just don't live as long as they used to, and I think I know why. This is Anna Swan, also known as Anna Bates, and she was born in 1846, and as she got older, her health deteriorated, and she died at the young age of 42. She stood at 7 foot 11 inches. Look how big her dress was. Imagine fitting into that. So all you women out there thinking that you're big, you ain't big. And this is Ellie Ewing, and she was born in 1872 and also died young at the age of 43. She stood at 8 foot 4 inches. She was known as the Missouri Giantess. This is Tringe Kiva, and she was born in 1616, and she died very young, only at the age of 17. And she stood at 9 Amsterdam feet. Oh my days. So what I believe is due to having low levels of oxygen and the type of food that they're forced to eat, they haven't got a fighting chance. Not everybody's meant to eat the same stuff.
Right.
The food that we're eating is killing us. And it must kill giants even quicker.
I agree that people can be that
giants.
Big. That is what I would call a giant, but that's not what people perceive giants today. People try to say that they huge, like super huge. I believe that people like I've seen people that existed that's 9 feet today. So I know that you can be that big, but there's not a civilization of those people. That's a freak of nature. That's not something that happens all the time. You can't take two giants together and then they make a giant baby.
Here we go.
That's just what it is. Like, you know how, like, you ever seen a liger, bro?
A liger.
A liger.
Yeah, I seen one.
So
Yeah,
do you know
liger.
why? Do you know why
Lion
it works like that? Right. You know why it works like that?
No.
So the receptors
Why it works like that?
in sexes, in different sexes as far as species go, the receptor in I don't know which one it is, but either in the male or female tiger, they have the receptor that tells you when to stop growing, and in the male or female lion, they have which one of them has the receptor that tells the animal when to stop growing. But when you mate the two that don't have those receptors together, that's where you get a liger, and it doesn't grow. I mean, it doesn't stop growing, but they don't live for a long time. They can't live because their bones are not able to do what they're supposed to do. They're not a natural occurrence in the wild. You can't have, and they can't produce babies. It's like when you made a donkey and a horse together and you get a mule. You're only gonna get a male mule. Mules are only male. They can't reproduce.
Yeah, that's a fact. Now I'm with you.
And
on
they're
that one.
stronger and bigger than horses, but they can't they have no purpose.
Right.
Other than to move shit around.
That's crazy.
So it's not something that is supposed to happen. Just like somebody being born albino. If you take two albinos together and they have a baby, that doesn't mean their baby's going to be albino. Bless you. It doesn't create a race of people is all I'm saying. But I believe that somebody can be that tall. But 20, 30, 40 feet? Nah, no way.
No way.
No way. Even when you talk about like David and Goliath in the Bible, the Philistines weren't all giants. Goliath was a big motherfucker, like Shaq, but all of the Philistines wasn't giants.
Man, this shit crazy. Yeah, I'm about to cam back up. My damn phone died on.
Sorry, you still here.
Yeah, because I'm on the laptop, you heard? Look at me, working the magic. Working the magic, you heard? You need some.
What magic?
That's the shit for allergies.
Zyrtec. Thank you, Jelly. She don't want me to fucking have allergies.
It's nice out there today.
It's like getting over.
So did y'all see the y'all hip to my man Jesse Ventura? Hip to him?
What?
Yeah, Jesse the Body. Jesse the Body, yeah.
Who?
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Jesse Ventura.
Oh,
Yeah.
He was a wrestler, then he became a governor, then he started doing
Yeah. He was doing the
Yeah.
conspiracy shit.
Yeah.
Wow, what happened? What he did?
Yeah. So he made a documentary explaining how the COVID shit was planned.
The what?
And then different, like he exposing the COVID shit.
Yeah, I don't trust his logic. I mean his scholarship though, because he's way too of an influential person for them to let that shit rock.
He was silenced though.
Yeah, he
I
definitely was
believe
silent.
I believe that. I believe that. But he was still allowed to do stuff. They gave him a show and all of that.
Yeah,
They told
yeah,
him-
but he was silenced after that. After he started going too far,
Yeah, after
he was
that show,
silenced.
they silenced the shit out of him.
Look, I even
Yeah,
got a
he
video
exposed
about
some
They
shit,
didn't
though.
silence
He
him.
definitely
why they
exposed.
silenced him.
You got to look at what he exposed. That got him silenced though, because everything
Look,
didn't get him silenced.
he did a lot, but I don't know which one got him exposed. But this is the
Yeah,
reason
there
why
it
he
is.
got silent.
Y'all not a real conspiracy theorist, and that's period. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about him from my previous video that I just posted. So stay tuned.
Yo, shout out to Ally Inc. for the
This
7.
man,
For the 7.
he was a conspiracy
for,
theorist.
how
First
many?
of all, he was a professional
14
wrestler.
biddies.
You know, that's just
Oh, thanks,
fake.
Ally.
Wrestling's fake.
Appreciate
But
that.
that's
And shout
besides
out
the
to
point.
BK Jelly
Second
for
of
the
all,
100
he's a conspiracy
biddies.
theorist. He had a show out
And
a
let's
really
talk about it
long
with the
time ago,
100
not super long
biddies.
ago, but in the early 2000s, where he was outing people, outing the government, outing all this stuff, interviewing people that worked for the government, stuff like that.
Mhm.
But he got silenced. That's why his show got canceled.
Yep.
People were after him. It was crazy. So if you ever get a chance, look Jesse Ventura up on YouTube, and you'll see some of his stuff if they haven't deleted it yet. But he was outing all this shit. He was
Yeah, hell
putting-
yeah. He was talking
waking
about
people up.
He was talking
before you
about
even
the
knew-
fucking COVID shit before the COVID shit even started, the pandemic. He was talking to this lady who was talking about that about there's gonna be a pandemic and this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, and you should get out this country right now. So yeah.
Calling you what? Especially Mojo. What I do? What I call you?
Let's talk about it.
What? I didn't call you. Let's talk about it.
I called it. I mean, that's the name. That's it.
I didn't call her that. But
Oh yeah, dude.
but yeah, he
But that's your brand, bro. You mad because we call you brand? I'm so confused. If I give biddies with a TKB podcast, Twitch, they're gonna be like, "Thank you, TKB." Then they're gonna be like, "Thank you, Mojo. Thank you, Flex. Thank you,
Right.
Con."
all right.
Where Con at? He just disappeared.
He's still on here to me.
I don't see him.
I don't know. What else?
Shit, you tell me. There's a lot of shit going on in the fucking world.
I know, bro. It's so fucking depressing, bro. Like I realized I had to take a break because everything's so fucking depressing.
Everything.
Everything.
All the crime that's going on and everything.
Man,
Oh, you know, remember that girl? Remember that girl?
Christ, my
from-
nigga.
Huh?
What'd you say, bro?
I was saying, remember that girl from Tennessee, the officer that she got caught in the scandal with having sex with all the officers in the prison?
And
Then
that was in Memphis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then she made the OnlyFans and shit.
Right.
So now they got a lawsuit against her for being sexually groomed in a new lawsuit. Yep. So it says the Tennessee cop was fired over her
Yo,
numerous.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna get my hands. Man, she probably got some of them one video.
Con, can you hear?
He's delayed.
Yeah, I hear.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you delayed. That's
All
why
right.
that's why you can't hear me talking. Alright. So the Tennessee cop was fired over her numerous sexual romps with her officers. Claims in a new federal lawsuit that superiors in her department sexually groomed her for the what? Wait, she has a lawsuit against the department.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah, who blamed a troubled marriage for her randy affairs, claims she felt trapped and exploited in the midst of all male ranks of the La Verne Police Department, according to her 51-page federal complaint filed Monday.
She was with that shit.
You think she wasn't getting money?
She was with that shit. Who cares if she was getting money or not? She was getting whatever she was getting. She was getting it through
when she
OnlyFans.
left, and said, I think like she stopped getting money, and she was like, well, the only way I'm probably gonna be able to get money is if I do a lawsuit against them.
Well, first of all, who did you think was watching you on that OnlyFans? If it wasn't every cop in the fucking county plus.
No, she did that. She did that after she left, though.
I thought she had the OnlyFans already, though.
No. It was after she left that she created the OnlyFans because she needed money and shit. But that's what I was saying, man. Maybe she wasn't making money, and that
Who
was
else was going to hire her? That's what happens when you get deep down in the ranks
when
like that.
When you're on TV and in the internet.
Yeah, nobody's going to touch you, Shawty. Nobody's going to touch you.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was reading about this lawyer who was attacked by his client. I don't understand. Like, the people that be trying to help people and stuff be getting attacked. So basically, right, the lawyer attacked. The lawyer was attacked by the client. So boom. Wow, video show. Is this the video? No, look below her. Did she smack him? It looked like she elbowed him.
Whatever she did, he wasn't ready.
Definitely not. Do they got a video? Oh, here's the video. Is this the video right here? All right, let's watch this. I gotta see what's going on here. Oh.
Stop it. Stop it.
Wait, but what's in the... Hold on.
She going to jail. He didn't do what he was supposed to do.
Stop it.
What the fuck? Damn, yo, you about to lose them jelly slippers. They taking her jelly
bruh,
slippers.
another train derailed.
No, where?
In Florida.
No.
1
you
hour
sure that's
ago.
not an old one?
1 hour ago.
1 hour ago?
Yeah.
Florida. Let me see if I can find it. You found it already?
It has 6 train cars.
You found it though?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Like, you got a video or no?
Yeah, I got a video.
What is going on, y'all? What's up with these train derailments? Shit is wild. Clewiston, Florida. You got it or not?
Yeah, but I got it on my account over here. I got it.
All right, hold on. I'll transfer it.
No, I got it.
It's crazy, y'all. Breaking news right now.
Okay. Oh, what air is that? SRQ?
Full screen it.
Gotcha.
This is breaking news, y'all. Right now, train derailment. Another one. This is what, the 12th, the 13th?
Shit, I don't even know at this point.
This is fucking nuts, bro.
It's got a propane tanker on it. You think they're trying to stop trains from being used?
That would be a problem, right? If we didn't have no transportation at all. But look at the train though. It looks like they sabotaged it.
It does. That was my first thought when I seen
Look at the tracks. Why would the tracks look like that?
Breaking news FLA Now. Here is JB Buno.
Emergency crews at the
They
scene
can't
of
get
a
out of this,
partial
man.
train derailment in Florida. You can see here from Eagle 8 HD, 5 total train cars, including a propane tanker, currently on their side. Good afternoon, folks. JB here with you live on WFLA Now. Eagle 8 HD with Jack Royer in Eagle 8 HD over the Sarasota County, Manatee County line. The latest here from WFLA.com. The South Manatee Fire Rescue Chief saying that approximately 6 Seminole Gulf Railway cars have fallen off their tracks. We're counting 5 here from Eagle. We're going to get some updated information here from officials on the ground. But as we look here, and as Jack Royer has been doing some camera work for us from Eagle, you can see that there is considerable damage to the train tracks themselves as well.
That's what I was saying,
And the
bro.
propane
Like,
tanker
it
that is
doesn't
on
look
its
like they.
side,
How was
that,
they
of
riding?
course, is a concern, but we're being told that infrared is being used to monitor the propane tank and that there are no leaks at this time. This is not considered to be a dangerous situation at present. It is considered to be a
It looks
safe
like somebody did
situation,
that to the
even though you
tracks.
can
Look at
see
the
that
tracks.
this
Look at the
was
regular
a derailment
tracks.
that caused significant damage to the rail itself.
looked like it-
Jack,
it looked like it
highlighting,
exploded.
some of the railway damage and some of the damage to the really to the wheels
Bruh,
and to
look
the
at that
axles
shit,
of
bruh.
those
It looked
train
like somebody
cars.
buried a
As
bomb
we
under
look
it.
here at emergency crews, train crews that are right next to it.
Why
Jack is
they
in
not
Eagle. Jack, do you
saying
have us?
nothing about that?
Jack, JB, I hear you loud and clear.
I hear you loud and clear
noted,
too,
5
JB.
cars seem to be overturned. One of them is a propane tank car, and I'm not sure if we've gotten reports of an additional car. I'm guessing there is substantial damage to other cars that are
So
not
what's going on
necessarily
over
flipped
there
over, as
though
you
with
can see
the
here.
propane
Obviously,
tank, huh,
the
guy?
attachment between cars is flipped over on its side as well. So right now, in terms of cars that are actually off the track, 5 of them. As you note, the fire professionals here say they are monitoring that propane tank car with infrared. They say there's no threat right now at this point, but obviously
What's up,
people's
Moiko?
attentions
Who's
to
in
train
Florida?
derailments
Who's
are
in Florida
heightened
right now?
given the situation that has
that's
taken place
dealing
in
with this.
East Palestine, Ohio in the past few weeks.
Yeah.
So one of these cars is a propane tanker. 5 of them have sheet metal and rocks, according to fire officials. As you note, this is the
That would've been
Manatee
shrapnel.
Sarasota County line, just to the north of Sarasota's airport, SRQ.
So you think they
for
was
frequent
looking for that
flyers
to
who know the
blow up or
airport
something?
codes.
That would've been
So
shrapnel, yeah.
we're told, like you note, that the fire officials say
Sup,
that propane
Daz?
tanker right there is not leaking and at this point is safe. And we should note there are no reports of any
checking in
injuries
from YouTube.
with this
Thanks, baby.
incident as well. Unclear what exactly caused this, but numerous crews, as you can tell,
Another
are on the scene.
train. Moiko,
I'll give you a
another
better
train
shot here
derailed.
as some of these crews sort of
Yeah.
examine what's left of the tracks and of these train cars and the axles and the wheels, as you note. But look at those tracks just decimated in this portion, especially almost unrecognizable after this train flipped over.
Jack Royer is with us in Eagle 8 HD, the very latest on this story on WFLA.com, the
It looked like
WFLA
something blew
app.
up, bro.
If you are
That's
joining us in
definitely
a
what it looked like.
non-live capacity, of
It
course,
doesn't look like
videos,
no
live streams on
derailment.
the internet, they exist for a time and a
It looked
really
like
lengthy period of time
see that
after we
first
have
car
been
at the
live.
very front.
So
That's a propane
updates to this story are coming your way
car too.
on WFLA.com,
It looks like
and
that
the
may have been the
WFLA app.
fucking
I was
target.
about to
One of
ask
those
you to do
propane cars
exactly
was the
just
target.
that, Jack. Zoom
And they
down to
hit
the
it
point
at the
where we can
wrong
see
moment, right?
the
Yeah.
very beginning of this train.
What is that
Some
right
trains
there?
in Florida, elsewhere, can have dozens of cars.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
sure
that
exactly.
That looks
how
like
many
a
are within the
mall.
view
That looked
here,
like
but
a mall or
So
So
something
that
right
looks to be
there.
the engine right there.
Let's
It
look
looks
at
like
the
it was
bigger
maybe
picture.
headed
Okay, that's the
southbound. I'm
engine.
no train expert, but it looks like it was moving
what would
southbound
bene-
perhaps.
what
This is right next to what
benefit do they
appears to be
get
some sort of
from
industrial
hold on,
park.
a railroad?
Hold
And
on,
again, rocks
what's
and
on
sheet
there?
metal are in the cars that overturned along with that propane tanker. So as we work our way down this train, 5 or 6 cars right there. There's the first tanker, and there's the overturned
Oh, so
car
there's
right
two
there with the
tanks.
crews working alongside it. And then
Yeah, they're
it seems
next
to
to
be
each other.
about
And
the
then there's
end of
another
this
tanker.
One didn't flip.
Let's see here.
There's another tank
Yeah, a few
too.
cars still standing
get
on the
right here.
tracks, another few
Tank,
propane
tank.
tankers
Tank,
there near
yeah,
the end
all
of
of
it.
those.
But that would
What
appear to
the
be the end of this
fuck?
train right now, as we sort of hover here and show you too. I'll pull you
So
back
it
out
didn't hit. It
and show
didn't
you the
hit
wide
in the
view
right
one more
spot.
time.
Then they didn't. They didn't
cars
hit it
parked
in the
right
right
next to
spot.
this train track.
And you know
There's a
whatever
small,
happened
looks like a
happened
retention pond.
right around
So
that
just
first
to
the first tank.
forgive me for the
That's the
directions.
one
I
that
think that would
flipped.
be to the
The
east
other
of this
ones,
track.
the
It looks
head
like
train
this track
cars,
is
they could
running
get over that,
north to
whatever that
south.
was that was on
And
the
again, the
track.
engine appears to be headed
I think they was trying to hurt a lot of
and I'll
people
go ahead and
because
show you again.
there
Just
had
one more
to be a
time, if
lot of
folks are just
people
joining
around
us on
there.
WFLA
That's
now,
just like a warehouse or
you
something
can
right there,
see
though. It's not nothing.
the
Not
wheels
saying
of
that
that
somebody
train
wouldn't have been
are
hurt.
That
just one
could
of the
be
cars
that could be a
literally
toxic
came off of the
warehouse
wheels, which
though.
are still
Oh,
on the
yeah.
track.
Yeah, I never
That one is
considered that, yeah.
derailed, and then the rest of the cars just flipped on their sides and really ripped up the tracks with it. I mean, look at that. Imagine the force that it would take to bend that metal. It appears that is shifted. Those axles have
Look at
shifted
that
some.
shit. Yeah,
in
that's
the
what I'm
course of this,
saying. Imagine the
incident today.
force.
And you can see employees
Yeah, that's-
are working and sort of assessing the scene. That tree is going to give us a hard time right now, showing you the exact spot.
No,
There's
only reason
the
why-
worst
now-
of this,
now
but
it's
those
giving you a
tracks, as
hard
can
time
tell,
to show
you
the
almost don't
tracks.
recognize where they were. I mean, this pulled the tracks
Oh, look underneath
away
that.
with
Did
the
you see
train
underneath
as
that part of the
derailed.
train? It looked like it was
So
burnt
again,
and
no
scorched.
threat right now, according to fire officials.
Yeah.
No injuries reported here.
Wait,
kinda
No
oh, I
problem
see underneath
with
it.
that propane
limit
tank at this point.
our
But
traffic,
understandably,
y'all.
people will want to know, want
They
us to follow
breaking
this
up- they
story.
break-
I mean, look at that.
They blocking
That
up
car
the
completely
railways.
separated from the other one. You
They
can tell
burning
there,
down the
Oh,
just
shit.
not even
processing
connected
center.
anymore. Where on the other end,
This
that
shit
propane
getting
tanker
real.
seems to still be connected,
I
albeit
hope y'all
on
get
its
more
side.
and more self-sufficient.
Yeah, because that's how they
see
gonna
what's
stop the
going
Some
train.
on.
details here from Brittany Muller,
The
who
road's
Yeah,
is
gonna
they
be
start
too-
trying to stop the trains.
with
That's what it
emergency
is.
officials.
Nah, so
That's
look,
that's
saying
gonna be
right
our
now,
main
that
transportation
the
once
scene
the
is
like
safe.
if they was to ever hit
EMS
us with an
crews are on
EMP
scene,
or
public
something,
safety
our only
workers are
transportation
on
is gonna be the
scene.
railways.
Fire rescue says that they are the lead
It
agency
ain't
at
even
this
that.
time.
I didn't think about that.
And
Yeah, you're
Right,
interesting
because you
of
know
note,
EMP takes out a
as
car.
far as the cleanup to
That's
this
a fact.
process, Brittany
Especially
about
reported,
if they're trying
from
to make us
officials
all
that
drive
the
electric
propane
cars.
tanks will need to be
Think about
siphoned
this,
off
bro.
before they can be put upright again and
they
moved from this
derailing all
location.
these trains.
They are
What do these
confirming
trains
no
carry?
leakage with the
A lot
propane
of
tanks,
the
including the
products
one
that we need
that is
in our
resting right
stores.
now on its side. Details, of course,
When
and
product
developments
ain't
as they
going
occur
up on the
on
shelves in the stores, what
WFLA.com,
happened?
the WFLA app.
It
Jack, while we got
induced
you in the air
panics
and you're
on the
manning the
public.
camera there for us, any disruptions that
Why
you
would
can
they
see
want
from
to
your
induce
vantage
panic on
point
the public?
to
enforce
other
martial
trains
law,
using
bro.
this particular rail line? Sometimes what we'll
This
see with
some real shit
derailments
getting ready
is
to jump out,
whether
bro. I'm
behind
trying to
that
tell
particular
y'all, man.
train you'll see another
Martial
train
law
that is
is on
stopped.
the
You see
way.
any disruptions that we can note, at least from your vantage point currently?
Look
I
at
don't. I'll spin the camera
it's
around, show
only
you
that
what I
part,
can see.
yo.
Empty track all the way to the north
Oh,
here,
look.
just to give you a vantage point before we go back. So yeah, wide open track for quite a ways.
That's what I'm
heading
saying.
down
So why
south
the
through
hell
the
right
Manatee,
there
or
is
through
the track
Sarasota and
fucked
Manatee
up?
counties. So this is right on the line. No other trains, it seems, are waiting or behind this one. And there's the distance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So about 15, 16 cars here, 5 of which are overturned.
So it made
You're
it
looking at the totality of
till
this train.
about
we'll give you
the
one more
like
view, JB,
15th
of,
car
what it
or
looks
some
like
shit,
right there.
and
Now
then
that we have a
that's
better
what,
view of this
huh?
track.
To the midsection.
Yeah,
It doesn't
the
make
close-up shots
sense.
here really
Unless the fucking
show
train
just how
fell apart.
violent of a
It's happened in
derailment
Florida,
this
Moito.
was. Not just damage to the the respective
Look at
wheels of
the
each
look
car,
at the
and also
train
their,
though. Nah, that
each
shit got
axle
blown
that we're
up. I
seeing
don't
here.
care
But
what
look
they
at
say.
that
Y'all
shot
not gonna
in
tell me
particular
no
there, Jack.
bullshit.
The amount of
The
earth
whole
that just got
track is
dug
all
up, the amount
fucked
of
up,
dirt
bro.
that
Out of
got
nowhere. How?
dug up here, and you can't even see portions of the rail line there.
Yeah, but how they? Yeah, that's
I
I'm
mean,
confused.
it's pretty
by what I'm
incredible.
looking
I
at.
mean, again,
It looks like it's
I just
supposed to be.
think
There's
about the
no,
power
there's
and
no
the
scorch,
force it takes
there's
to
no
rip
scorch
the
marks
axle of a
though.
train off the bottom of the car.
Where's the
with how
derailment
reinforced
though?
those are, obviously.
There's no scorch marks
And
though.
again,
That's what
just
I'm
thankful
having.
there's
There's no
nothing
dust
besides
on
sheet
top of
metal
the
and
train
rocks
right
in this.
here.
But interesting
The
that you know
train is
that
on
that
just on the
propane car
side.
that you'll see here in just a
I
second
wonder what the other
will
side of the
need to be
train look
siphoned
like.
off before it can be turned up right. There it sits right there. That's obviously the most concerning thing. beginning of this derailment from what we've heard so far. And again, you can tell that has completely come off of its base and off of the tracks for that matter as well.
I found a report here from the Pointer Institute, and they made note of several train derailments, including the one in Ohio that has received a lot of news coverage, of course, due to the lingering effects that have been reported in Ohio. But a couple of other train derailments have been reported just this month alone. Pointer Institute digging up some information about just how common train derailments are. And here in the United States, there's more than 1,000 on average train derailments per year. So train derailments are not out of the ordinary. They have happened here in Florida. We have covered train derailments on
It's crazy,
WFLA
bro.
Now before.
I'm mad
this
at
one,
these
of
people.
course, just occurring, a short time after the one in Ohio, which of course has created
Yeah, this
a
is what it
lot
sounds
of
like now.
concern due to the potential for there
And
being
JB,
lingering
I
environmental and
wanna
health
give you
effects.
some
I'm with you, Marco. Now they're
I want to
saying
give you some
train derailments
perspective
happen all
here.
the time.
This employee is leaned up. I wouldn't have been able to tell that track is literally off the ground, but as you can tell, that gentleman is leaning on it. So that track is not only ripped off the ground at all like some of them are, but that one appears to be sticking up in the air. So
Is that what a
just shows
derailment
you the
does?
force with which this train derailed.
All kind of things could cause a derailment. That is true.
Pretty incredible, Jack.
Track band
Yeah,
off,
pretty
a
incredible.
rock on the
Again,
on the
15 to
track.
16 roughly cars in this particular train, and 5 of them currently on their side. When it was originally reported to us, we heard 6 cars, the potential for there being 2 tankers impacted, but it's really that one tanker on its side right now that is of concern. We've got Brittany Muller, WFLA's Brittany Muller, who is arriving at the scene.
So
Jack,
what
I don't know if
exactly
you
are they
see a
gonna
news
do?
crew. I don't know if you see Brittany down there, but she's
What the
started
track
to
is
communicate
done
with some of the
until they
officials
fix it.
that have responded to this scene.
They could
And
fix
again,
it while
she'll
the
be,
train is
covering
on
this
its
story
side.
for us tonight on
No.
air and
Train gotta go.
online on WFLA.
Right? How are they gonna get the train out?
See some of the crews that have parked up alongside this.
A
derailed
car will
train.
come and back up to the back of it, and then pull that part of the train in one direction. But then the part that's already got the train car on the front will disconnect from the part
And
that's
again,
sideways.
as Jack
and just keep
noted,
going.
and as
They'll
has
come and
been
clean this
reported
mess up.
on WFLA.com, the
Hmm.
non-propane tanker, the other train cars, what they're carrying, sheet metal and rocks,
Shrapnel.
according to officials.
Shrapnel.
And then the propane tanker, of course, carrying propane.
Why is that
excuse me,
all together? Why is those things together?
It's a bomb. Shrapnel.
which is highly flammable and I should say rather.
If
be a
that
danger,
if that
however,
propane
no
tanker had blew
leaks
up, all of
have
that
been
metal
reported,
and all of
and
those
they are
rocks would have went
monitoring
everywhere.
that propane tanker with infrared.
It would have went
We've
through
been
them
told
buildings, like
to ensure
literally,
that
like
there
hot
are no
rocks.
leaks. That helps them understand that what's
What's
clearly
those
we don't see
buildings?
any
That's what I
liquid
want to
or
know.
Anything coming from the actual
Jelly, find out what buildings that
tanker
is
itself.
next to their
We don't
site.
see anything coming out of it clearly. As you can see there, it says liquefied petroleum gas, non-odorized.
So they couldn't
That's a
even
good
smell
shot
it.
there from Jack. But also too, just because we can't see anything coming out of it, you don't know what's going on
Yo, let's look up
underneath
those
it,
numbers too, Jelly. Look up those numbers.
where it's sitting on a lot of rocks and potential debris.
CPDX
But again, we've been told
112.
that infrared is being used to monitor the actual structural integrity of the tanker itself
Clip
to
it,
ensure
clip
that there
it.
are no leaks. And we have been told that there are no leaks at this time and that it is not a danger. It is said to be safe.
It
And
seems like a
JB,
danger to
Yeah,
me.
Jack.
Would,
What are they talking
yeah, I was
about?
just going to say we'd be circling this if not for the SRQ airport right here. Obviously, air traffic comes into conflict with our flying, and commercial air traffic takes priority. We can't cross some of these runways here, so that's why we're kind of hovering in one spot. But a pretty good vantage point, and again, just feet away from where these parking spots are, where these employees have come to respond.
Employees
Looks
of
like
what?
A fireman there is. They're going to put up some tape in the parking lot. I'm going to try to get you a shot of that here.
But employees of what? What warehouse? What
They
do
work
hou-
for the railroad.
What do they house in there?
They work for the railroad. They're putting up that tape. And them niggas in the orange, they all work for the railroad.
Jack, we're waiting for our ground crew to establish a shot and showing us what this
That
is
guy
looking
look like he
from the
works
ground.
for them over there.
And at that
What's
point,
that building?
there might be a guidance to
Look
clear
at the building.
Eagle,
Look at the
just to
building. The
be
building.
advised.
What is it?
And there's a
Sun-
landmark
Sun-
for you. This is right
Sunshine
next to
2
Sunshine
LLC.
Tool,
Oh.
LLC.
More.
Just obviously only using that as a landmark for where we are. Just happens to be next door.
Sunshine Tool.
Just for a landmark of where this train track exactly is.
Oh, I'm looking exactly where it's at.
Are there any railroad crossings within your view, Jack? Any place where any cars would cross over the railway?
Well, I mean, I was just thinking that. I'm not
BK
exactly
Jelly
sure what
sent me
road that is, but
something.
this is probably 200 yards away from this railroad crossing right here. So just to give you perspective, there's the railroad crossing. And then if we pull out a little wider to show you, I mean, yeah, I would guess that's a football field
Yeah,
or
I got
two
it.
away from where this occurred. And this is a pretty straight shot. As you can tell, not a curved track or anything. So this happened
I
on a
don't even see the
straightaway and
train
just
though.
shy of a
But there
railroad crossing.
is a lot of
Thankfully,
fucking
obviously not
a
where
lot of
cars
warehouses,
were
but
nearby
Sunshine
or anything.
Tools.
And thankfully, again,
What
to
do they
report
do
that
exactly?
there are no injuries associated with this that we know of right now.
Trying to get an address there for you, Jack, for what that and you are looking south, correct? Confirming.
That is correct.
Oh, they got like cutting machines.
I believe
and,
that's going to be the crossing at Talavast Road.
Oh, they
if
got
I'm
a
not
lot of.
mistaken.
Just to show you, there's the train track. There's SRQ. So this is we're
Yeah, they got a
very
lot of
close to the
shit
airport.
that would blow
Just
up.
about 2 streets over.
Oh,
so
the airport is
there's
2 streets
SRQ,
over.
and then here is this train derailment
airport?
just very close by.
Hello.
And again, we do not know
Yeah,
if any crossings on this railway had any
Bro, you in the
connection
podcast?
whatsoever to the derailment itself. But just noting some of the characteristics for the
my bad.
railway itself while we're here live on stream. Again, Jack Royer and Eagle 8 HD. JB here with you live on WFLA Now as we look here at some of the workers that are currently at the scene. And this is a great shot here, Jack, because you can see just how warped that rail line is. I mean,
It's not a
violently
warp that got blown up.
warped, from this
They're
vantage
lying.
point.
I don't see no scorch marks though. It could still very well be sabotaged, but I don't see.
But
no
what you
scorch
mean?
marks
What you mean scorch marks?
from a bomb?
Oh,
Yo, you know what I think happened? What a lot of people, what leads to a lot of derailments. You know how?
And I've been
how
told
they
that we're going to
switch,
have
rail
the fire
cars,
chief
or they switch
speaking here
trains
in just
onto
a
different
moment.
rails.
I will be
That
carrying
little
that
switch.
live on WFLA Now for a bit of an update.
Sometimes that motherfucker be switching on his own.
And so,
it just
JB,
it
it looks like
switch
they've
on his
established
own.
some sort of perimeter
And
here.
that's what
They've
I
blocked
think
off
happened.
with
It's just one
this,
track right there,
yellow
though, bro.
tape. An
Huh?
area where
It
in
is one
this
track right there,
office
though.
park, industrial park area, they don't
Is
want
it one
people
track?
going. So they're
Yeah,
keeping
there's no
people
other tracks for it
back.
to switch to.
There seems to be a fire sort of operations center of some
yeah. So
sort
it doesn't
where
make sense.
Southern Manatee Fire Rescue and
The
some others have
the
set
fire
up
marshal is about to
sort of a
talk.
response area. So a robust response on the scene here. 2 fire trucks, several, looks like fire marshals types, and there may be where media is staging. In fact, there's Channel 8. There's Brittany Muller getting set up right now on the scene with photojournalist Dave Kraut as well. So they're keeping a healthy distance, but you can see they're not far back from where this is right now.
10-4, we see Brittany there on the ground, and we've got, of course, an update coming your way here shortly, folks. The very latest on WFLA.com. The WFLA app as we zoom in here on that propane tanker.
Some bull.
Showing, again, that would be the first of the 5 or so cars that derailed, the one that is closest to the front engine. And then the most of the damage to the railway between that 3rd and 4th car.
It's crazy, bro. Wait, is it nighttime now?
Yo, my
Oh.
nighttime where?
Nah, the camera just it did some weird shit.
That's
My camera.
that's where the train hit at. That's where the impact was at. You gotta understand that train was still going.
And
No,
I
the
believe now that
camera
we're
did
getting
some
in
weird
a
shit.
signal from WFLA's Brittany Muller. Let's go to Brittany. Let's bring her in. Brittany, You're joining us here live. What's the very latest from
Yeah,
where
it
you're
went like dark or some shit.
Hey JB, we just
Where?
arrived on scene several minutes.
Right there around there somewhere.
WFLA.com. The W.
Before that,
FLA
before
app
that.
as we zoom in here.
Photojournalist Dave Kraut as well. So they're keeping a healthy distance, but you can
Yeah,
see
like
they're
right
not
over
far
here.
back from where this is right now.
10-4. We see
he's
Brittany
quiet.
there on the ground, and we've got, of course, an update
He's
coming your way
pointing at
here
it, look. He's
shortly.
looking
Folks,
at
the
it.
very latest on
Look.
WFLA.com. The WFLA app is
It did it?
zoom in here on that
Nah, it
propane
didn't do
tanker.
it. Let me see.
Showing again that that would be
I
the
think
first of
he
the
was
5 or
quiet.
so cars that derailed. The one
He's
that's
still
closest
talking.
to the front engine, and then the most of the damage to the railway between that third and fourth car.
All I'm saying is, why did it happen in the other cars? The first cars. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't know why. I know that looks mangled right there.
That's what I'm saying.
And those tires look 100 years. Oh yeah.
You see
That's
it,
what
right?
you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. What was they doing?
It's like they just put a filter on it or something. But
Well, we already know that the news companies be fucking putting up fake shit.
And I believe now that we're getting in a signal from WFLA's Brittany Muller. Let's go to Brittany. Let's bring her in. Brittany, you're joining us here live. What's the very latest from where you're standing?
Hey JB, we just arrived on scene several minutes ago, and now we have here Chief Robert Bound. Thank you so much for joining us. Tell us a little bit about the situation. We know the train derailment, partial derailment happened on that side. We're away from the scene just to provide a little bit of safety for all of us. But what can you tell us?
Right now what we have is a total of 6 cars that are on their side. 5 of them are box cars that were hauling sheetrock, so there's no immediate threat there. The 6th car that is on its side is a propane tanker, which is full, but it's currently not leaking. We're monitoring it with drones and people on the ground with thermal imaging, and everything so far is pretty good right now. Seminole Gulf Coast Railway are here, their folks, and we are waiting on a mitigation team to figure out how we're going to offload this product.
So will that mitigation team be siphoning off that
Sheet
propane
metal.
before it gets moved and turned upright?
That would be my guess. They're going to have to do something. It's approximately 30,000 gallons of propane. So you're not dealing with a small amount. So they'll have to offload it to adjust the ballast weight of it to be able to get it upright.
Has your agency seen anything like this in this county before?
Not this bad. We've never had 6 cars. We've had trains dump the tracks and things like that, but never overturned, especially a propane tanker.
And thankfully, we're hearing that there's no injuries. Is that correct?
That is correct. There's no injuries that we know of.
You think
There is
the
a homeless
conductor's gonna
encampment
get in
about
trouble?
700 feet to the north and on
The
the, east
person
side
who
of the
drives the
tracks over
train.
there. And we did
No.
send personnel over there to advise them what's going on. But as far as we know, no injuries are reported right now to rail workers or on the homeless.
Chief, can you talk to us about your crews,
not like he
the
could just
safety
steer it
of
out
your
the way or
crews
anything.
during this time? We
Yeah,
know
but
there's
what if he was
propane, we
driving
know there's
too
a big
fast
scene
and
out
that was
there.
the reason?
So how do you protect your crews in a situation like this?
Well, we rely on our training and
Those
our
tires look bad.
specialists. We run the hazmat team for the
Definitely look like
county.
something snagged
So
it.
Southern Manatee is in charge of
I
that,
don't
and
know.
that's
It's
who's
hard
on
to
scene
say.
over here. We have personnel that are very highly trained with some very specialized equipment, and they're advising us constantly and monitoring the situation, again, with drones and people on the ground. So their training will make sure that we all remain in a safe area.
How many crews do you have on scene right now?
Right now we have 5 crews, but without any work going on to the tanker currently, we're probably going to release 1 and maintain 3 on scene.
Okay, thank you. And when did this happen? When did you get notified?
I was notified around 11:30, 12 o'clock, and we came here. So time's kind of gotten away from us. I'm not really staring at my clock, but we've been here for a couple hours now.
Of course. And tell me a little bit about this commerce center. This is near where the derailment happened. It happened near a commerce center of Sarasota, Bradenton. What is this area?
It is all commercial. There are a bunch of businesses throughout here. It varies on the style and type of business, but it is 100% occupied, all 5 of these buildings, including the one up front, which would make 6. So there's several hundred people in these buildings, and we've all
Oh,
given
wow.
them pre-warning in the event that we have to evacuate. They will have to evacuate immediately.
I understand this is under investigation, but any indication on what caused this partial train derailment?
Not at this moment. It'd just be speculation to try to guess that. It just appears that, for all intents and purposes, it was an accident, but until the FRA, FDOT, and Seminole Rail conduct their investigations, we won't really have an answer.
And we understand that your agency is the lead agency on scene, but we also know Manatee County is here assisting. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, Manatee County, anytime we have a very large scale operation, the emergency management becomes involved, and we've had them out here, and EMS is also out here with their command bus and things, because it's going to be a very long event, anywhere from 1 day to 3 days, depending.
Oh, wow. Okay. We also see the Seminole Gulf Railway police are out here, the state officers. How do they assist, and what do they do here?
Basically, they're in charge. I don't know the exact distance from the track, but on the track is their jurisdiction. So they have a requirement to be here to monitor the rail.
He's saying we
see
gotta
if they
mind
can
our
figure
fucking
out if
business.
anything happened, or if anyone is immediately obviously at fault, and they'll take it from there. So we don't have any real interaction with them as far as they're concerned.
And what kind of train is this? Is it Amtrak? Is it CSX? Or do we know?
It is Seminole Gulf Coast Rail.
Oh, okay.
It is. It's their own railway,
Oh,
and the
okay.
owner is on scene now. So he just got here a few minutes ago. So he'll need a little bit of time to kind of get his thoughts together and figure out what's going on.
Right, right. And so we're, again, away from the scene. We can't really see because of just all the trees back there. But tell us what you see back there and what kind of it looks like.
It looks like a minefield. Honestly, the cars that are on their side, it was in motion when it happened, so it wasn't just a tip over. They really dug in, and the tracks are pulled up and torn up, and the trucks are still, some of them are on the track still, and the cars are on their sides. So right now, that's about what it looks like. It is a bad scene, so we'll just have to see how it goes from here.
So your agency is going to be on here maybe through the night, through tomorrow, the next day potentially?
Potentially, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything else that you would like to share just as this investigation continues?
Just as of right now, there is no real emergency. We're standing by in the event that there becomes one. Right now, the tanks are all sealed. They're not leaking. There's no evidence of any damage to them that would cause a leak. So we're just monitoring the situation. The real potential will be when they come to offload the product. That will be when we really have to monitor the situation very closely to ensure there's no actual leakage.
When that happens, these buildings and the people, the hundreds of people that are here working, will they be evacuated from their businesses?
Good possibility, just given the potential of the scene. We want to ensure everybody's.
All right, that's not, there ain't nothing happening with that.
Yeah, it's a cover up.
Yeah, he looks scared. I agree with you, Waco. Yeah, and the biggest part about it is that you could smell it anyway. Look at that creepy dog in the background.
Let's
Don't come
see.
up here. All right, y'all.
What's up? We about to raid out?
Yeah, let's go ahead and raid out.
The book is on.
Yeah, send them that way.
Let's go. Let's send it to the boot.
All right, y'all. It's been real. I don't know where Monkey was. Hopefully, we'll get up with him in a few minutes.
Hopefully.
It's been a good day. We appreciate anybody that came to play. You back
Yeah,
where we're
man. We
gonna
appreciate
leave,
everybody that come through here dropping biddies and just check in with it.
Absolutely. The Book's playing Destiny too.
Let's go.
We want some Ghost Recon?
Gotta go get my daughter real quick and then we can come back. Come back and get it popping.
I'm over here looking up some more stuff.
You like that Ghost Recon, huh?
Yeah, Ghost
Yeah, he
Recon.
like
Like
that.
You like that or you like the Division one?
I like the Division.
Which one y'all
Division.
play? Which y'all be
I'd
playing
rather
that
play
on
with like
Steam?
other people, like more than one person.
Yeah.
Y'all play that on what, Steam?
Yeah. You gotta, so what you gotta do, oh, I'll tell you when we get off of here.
Mm-hmm.
It's
All right.
Liddy.
All right, let's talk about it.
Read
All
the
right.
book.
All right, Des.
Let's go.
All right, we're raiding the book. About to get out of here, y'all. It's been awesome.
Appreciate y'all following through, man, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Oh shit.
We back.